So, if we look at these shots now, the left-hand one isn't a bad shot by genuine in terms of compared to what you had, but it was the first swing of the day, which we would agree is they haven't quite warmed up fully. It's a little bit stiffer, okay? So this backswing here now, at this point we're still good, just not quite enough to, and the club gets what we call a little bit laid off here. It's pointing down there, okay? And I would suggest if your first few swings are probably maybe here somewhere, or you're only turning to about here, and then you cheat the backswing by just hinging the wrist more. So you get the club online, which is where you'll see this club get to. If you're getting there because you're not turning by just using the wrist, as you then start back down again, your club's going to have a bit over the top. There's that class. So now the club's coming over the top. It's a bit toey. The ball now starts off the left, hoiks, and it went a bit straight left-hand side, but it was like 140, 150 yards, okay? Which is, again, about as far as your 6-iron goes. So in some ways, what's the point of hitting it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
At least this one here now, and this for me is going to take trust, especially when you've got OB down here, or anything where you want to miss down this side, okay? It's getting this joint and this joint, the shoulder and the hip, to get behind you. Once they get behind you now, it makes it a lot easier for this to happen. And the path to get better back to the golf ball. You can see their club now coming through as well, that sort of forearm and the club shaft. There's your forearm. If I do a different colour, there's your club shaft. So you're not far above plane, which is, again, why you'll hit a slight fade, which is fine. But that club now is coming more on the path we want it to. Strike in there. And again, start the left-hand side and just drift back to the fairway. And that's what we want to do, is start left side, 5 yards to the left-hand side, stay there or fade back. What we don't want to see, and this is the one that really causes problems for you, are ones that go over there somewhere, or ones that go weak out to the right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the blue one is one you're hitting a lot less, if I'm from what I've seen, but it still sits in your head sometimes. Go to the right, The red one now, for me, on this right-hand picture, is the more prominent bad shot, which is where you don't turn enough. If we take that red line, if we turn you more, you're going to move the red line from there more to that way. The more you get this behind the ball, the better.
Great.
But let's think reasons why we don't do that. A bit nervous on the first tee, a bit stiff, haven't warmed up, a bit anxious, fear of going right, out of bounds right, wind off the left, whatever it may be, or all of the above. And courses like Ash, where if someone says to me, when you're going to play Ashburnham, any local knowledge, go left. It's the only golf course, every shot goes left, you'll be fine generally, because you go out on the right hand side, you come back on the right hand side, don't you? So if you go left, you generally find another fairway or somewhere. I used to love that golf course because my bad shot's a big block to the left, so it suited me down to the ground. I could play Ash really, really well. So, but yeah, generally speaking, if you can get on the left hand side, it'd be fine. But in your case, we want to play shots where we're going where we want to go down the target line, and for you, as I said, it's going to be that right shoulder twisting and turning more now. It might be a bit more of I got to warm up a bit more before I tee off now. Maybe do a few more stretches or twists or turns or whatever it may be, just to get you prepared better. Because I reckon the first hole being a par 3 at Ash, you got away with it. You're good enough to hit a 6 or 7-iron, chippy one down there without turning fully.
I mean, I hit a nice solid 6-iron, and had a. I walked off with 3. Because I had a nice 2 putt.
And then second and third, you're not too much of a problem because they're not long
really
and you can get it.
Was that they timed the greens. Probably about a week ago.
They're still pretty quick.
They hadn't timed the practice green. So we were on the
happy days,
green.
And you get on the first green, they're very different.
And you think, you're touching it on the practice green because they've got quite a few slopes.
It's a quick putting green, And
then you actually get on the course. I had one putt which was from about here to probably where the
screen is,
and it was sort of like that. And I just sort of, thought we'll just enjoy this.
Can't give it too much, And
it stopped like 10 feet short.
How's that done that, Velcro on your golf ball or something, No, I can do that quite a lot.